And we're seeing no activity just yet outside of what you saw there with some of the victims who were hugging and extremely emotional. I'm certain just finally feeling some sense of relief after all this time, and obviously being able to share their story possibly made all the difference this time around in the sexual assault case against 80-year-old comedian Bill Cosby. Seeing some activity with folks coming in and out of the courthouse right there, in and out of the courtroom. Of course, we are waiting to see who else emerges at this point, and waiting to see what will happen with Bill Cosby, whether he will be taken into custody immediately, how this will all progress, as this is just coming out right now. He has been found guilty on all counts. We know that his wife Camille has been in court with him. She also accompanied him to court yesterday. We saw her walk in with him yesterday as well. So we are just waiting right now to see what will happen next ultimately. And ultimately, we would love to be able to hear from jurors in this case to find out what may have made the difference this time around. Again, there have been several changes. The tactics of Bill Cosby's defense team, very different this time around, taking a more of an attack on the victim approach. That was certainly different than the first time around. The prosecution, again, being relentless on painting Bill Cosby as this serial sexual offender, ultimately. So obviously, this jury of 12 listened to the prosecution's case. They thought they had the more credible case in this point, and they obviously found Bill Cosby guilty on all counts. So we are, again, just seeing some of the activity there inside that Montgomery County courthouse right now. We know, again, this case has been very divisive ultimately with some of the protesters and some of the rallies that we've seen outside of court. We've heard people heckling Bill Cosby as he's come into court, in and out of court throughout this case. We've also heard some folks cheering him as well. So it's clearly a divide here. With who's supporting who and what they're supporting at this point. But again, we are just waiting to see what will happen. Our Joe Holden has been very, very great in covering this story from the very beginning. He has had in-depth knowledge inside that courtroom. He's been able to see what's been happening, hear all of the witnesses, also hear the prosecution and the defense case up close and personal. And he's also, the one thing that we don't get to see all the time is seeing the reaction from jurors, because obviously our cameras can't be inside the courtroom, but that is a big thing. I do believe that if we could see, as Joe has been able to do, and Anita even, and whoever's been covering this case, just to see how engaged they've been this time around in this particular proceeding. So we would certainly hope, a lot of times jurors do speak after these events. This is an international story at this point, and they may want to be able to tell their story as to what persuaded them to see Bill Cosby as this serial sex offender that prosecutors painted him out to be, and find him guilty on all counts in this case. Again, Joe is still inside the courtroom at this point as they gather more information following this verdict, a guilty verdict here today for Bill Cosby. So we're, again, a very different tone here this time around, and what may have made the difference, we're going to have to figure that out ultimately, and talking to jurors and in talking to the prosecution and how they played this case out this time around. And also, again, the Me Too movement and how folks initially thought that would make the difference in this case, and it may very well have. We don't know, but we will certainly be following this story, and we will bring you the very latest, of course, as we get more information. Again, a flurry of activity there outside of that Montgomery County courthouse and inside the courtroom as well, as we've seen no real movement from folks inside the courtroom just yet. So we're going to be waiting to see defense attorneys emerge as well as prosecutors. The defense attorneys have been very actively speaking to the media every day throughout this proceeding, throughout this court case, throughout the 2 weeks or so. Anita O, again, has been outside of the courthouse. She's been gauging the activity surrounding what's happening and this guilty verdict, and some reaction possibly seeing what's happening outside the courtroom. So let's get back to Anita right now.
Yeah, that's right. Well, right now we are just waiting for that flurry of activity inside to come out here of the Montgomery County Courthouse. As you mentioned, Cosby found guilty on all counts in this sexual assault retrial last June. The first trial ended in a hung jury after all of those jurors told the judge that they could not reach a consensus after more than 52 hours of deliberations. This time around, a much shorter duration of deliberations. Right now we are outside of the Montgomery County Courthouse. A lot of press activity here, although all of the activity from inside the courtroom has yet to exit outside of here. We did see emotional victims responding to that guilty verdict. Again, the second time. This is the retrial in Bill Cosby's sexual assault retrial, and he was found guilty on all counts. So very, very emotional victims there, especially in this age of the Me Too movement and a lot of conversation nationally about sexual assault. So here at the Montgomery County Courthouse, we are just waiting to see more people exit from the courtroom. Right now, all of that activity seems to be sustained inside, where our reporter Joe Holden has been for the past 2 weeks, as these jurors listened to a lot of testimony and then deliberated over the course of the last 2 days. I mean, the area around this courthouse is just packed with a lot of press and a lot of spectators just waiting for that activity to come outside of the courtroom. We will be following that, and we'll bring you that just as soon as we have those developments. But for now, what we do know is that Bill Cosby has been found guilty on all counts in this sexual assault retrial after just a much shorter length of time of those deliberations this time around. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Anita, thank you so much. Again, you're still gauging reaction from outside. Again, we were asking Anita earlier just what she's seeing there in terms of folks that may be gathering outside of the courthouse. We know there have been protesters and folks who have been for Bill Cosby, against Bill Cosby throughout this ordeal as well. And they have also showed up there at the courthouse throughout this trial. So we'll just wait and see what the reaction will be from folks who have been showing up there and what they will have to say about it as well. So we're just waiting for folks to emerge from the courtroom at this point. We have seen just a short time ago that video there with some of the victims hugging, crying, grasping arms. Ultimately, you can see this cathartic moment for them and what they believe, I'm certain, is justice in this case. So, and that may have made the difference, that there were more accusers who were able to share their stories this time around, not just Andrea Constand, who initially brought this case back in January of 2004, where she brought the allegations that Bill Cosby drugged and molested her at his suburban Philadelphia mansion in January of 2004. Again, the defense painting a picture of Constand being an opportunist in this sense. The prosecution painting Bill Cosby out to be a serial sex offender. So we obviously know which way the jury went. The jury of 12 went in the way of the prosecution. They believed them. They believed the victims in this case, and they found 80-year-old comedian Bill Cosby guilty on all counts. He had been facing 3 counts of aggravated indecent sexual assault. We understand that Cosby could get up to 10 years for each count. So the sentencing phase of this will be an entirely different scenario. But right now, just grasping the breaking news at this moment, Bill Cosby found guilty of 3 counts of aggravated indecent sexual assault. Just seeing him walk into court every day, you know, just seeing him there. His wife Camille accompanied him yesterday. His defense lawyers have ultimately come out every day mostly and talked to the media and given their perspective on this case. We're also getting some information just from our Joe Holden, who was inside the courtroom at this point, that Bill Cosby was stoic as this guilty verdict was being read.